Thanks for joining me today on my channel. And I've kind of run into a little bit of a plateau with my weight loss, and those are things on my side and I know what they are. But I'm going to give you 30 things today to think about as to how you can realign your weight loss strategies if you have plateaued, so you don't get frustrated. Remember, it's just a process, and maybe some of these things can help you get refocused and help you get back on track. Well, you could get more serious. You could start keeping track of your calorie intake and monitor yourself that way and ensure that you're not taking in too many calories. The next thing is you can monitor if you're getting the right balance of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and just overall balance of nutrients. Okay, so portion sizes is really something you can manage quite easily. So maybe monitor your portion sizes. If you're eating multiple times in a day and you're supposed to be having smaller portions, but those portions have creeped back up to how you would eat if you're having 3 meals a day, maybe take a look at that. And if you're still only having 3 meals a day, maybe you need to have 4 with smaller portions, just so you can battle that hunger that you're having in the middle. And the thing is, you don't want to get so hungry that those portion sizes really explode. What hidden calories do you have in your diet? Like, maybe you go for lunch and you're like, I had a salad. It was a chicken salad, so it was good. Everything on there was healthy. Oh, but you had a Coke. Pop is really just empty calories. There's nothing of benefit for you. It's just sugar. So is there times when you're having those hidden calories? This is my favorite one. It is increasing physical activity. The reason I'm doing it, I think I've explained, is to give myself a chance to be more active in life. But by increasing your activity, you burn more calories. Therefore, you are hopefully going to burn off more calories by the end of the day than you take in. And if you keep increasing that, you should be able to reduce your weight. So if you've plateaued on your exercise, maybe that is why you've plateaued on your weight loss. So you'll want to monitor non-scale progress as well, like how your pants fitting, so on and so forth. Like, your weight may have plateaued, but because you're doing strength training or you're gaining muscle mass, muscle weighs more than fat. So small gains in muscle can negate some of that weight loss. So that weight loss factor may not actually be as detrimental as you think, and you may want to stay on the course that you're at. So you want to monitor how well you're doing there. So if your belt's cinching up a little bit more each week or throughout the month, you probably don't have a weight loss problem. You're probably just gaining some muscle. So water retention, how are you monitoring that? Are you staying hydrated? What's your sodium intake? These things can affect your water levels, and I'm probably not saying that right, but you understand what I'm getting across here, is that can fluctuate, and that also will have an effect on what your weight is on the scale. Prioritize your sleep and stress management. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to have the energy, and of course that energy that you're not using makes you want to sit around more, so you're going to burn fewer calories. The more stress you have, for me, stress is equated to eating, so those things tend to have an effect on your overall weight loss. This is a big one, especially if you're in my situation where you want to lose a lot of weight, is be patient. You want to be patient and realize it takes time for your body to shed that weight, and if you're losing it really fast, at some point you're going to hit a wall anyway. But the body is adapting, and you got to give it time to do what it needs to do and adjust to your new diet and your new exercise regimen. The body will come around, but at certain points the body is going to say, hey, we're losing weight, we're putting a little bit of a panic mode on, and the body's going to prompt you to want to eat more, and so on and so forth. So you maybe just have to stick with your diet, keep doing your small increases, and monitor over a longer period of time, and don't get stressed about short period plateaus. If the problem's persisting, of course you want to see a doctor or a dietitian or somebody who can help you get over that hump, somebody who is trained to help you with the things that you need to do to have that weight loss. But in the meantime, don't give up on what you're doing. Keep moving forward, and then see that healthcare professional to assist you and help you achieve your goals. Track your progress. Now, essentially, I'm tracking my progress through my weight. That's how I'm tracking my weight loss. But I'm also tracking things like how many steps I'm doing and my exercises. So I'm up to 3 exercises this week, and how I'm doing that and keeping track of my exercise regimen is to help me kind of progress into a more active lifestyle, so that I'm not just jumping in to someplace where I thought I should be based on what I did 20 years ago. Stay consistent. If you're consistent with your exercise and diet, you're going to be more successful. If you're constantly jumping off your diet for snacks, not as easy to do that. Consider your medical conditions. So for me, I'm a diabetic, and I'm not on insulin, but I have high blood sugars. So I'm eating foods that help me keep that under control. And if you're having trouble with weight loss, or you're hitting certain areas where you're feeling low on energy and so on and so forth, you want to really make sure you're considering all your medical conditions and getting help with that, either by doing the research yourself, seeing a medical professional, either a doctor or a dietitian, help you to understand the things you need to know to help you regulate your medical conditions. Reassessing your goal can help you refocus and get back on track. So when you start, you say, okay, I want to lose 160 pounds. But at some point you go, oh, that's overwhelming. So reassessing and saying, okay, well, I do want to lose 160 pounds, but I want to make sure my medical conditions don't get any worse, and maybe improve them if I can. I also want to be more active. Okay, so I want those as goals as well. So reassessing so that you have a different focus will help you stay on track with what it is you want to achieve. But just saying I want to lose weight might not be enough to help you stay focused and stay motivated. Seek support. Where's your support system? You're my support system. If nobody shows up, I guess I'm just making videos, but this is part of my motivation, is to kind of share this with people who are struggling with losing weight, getting themselves back in shape, making themselves be a more healthy lifestyle so that you can enjoy things. That's kind of my motivation, so I can try and help people. But what's your support to give you motivation? Do you need to come on and listen to some guy who's walking down the street talking about all the things he's doing to research weight loss? What's his progress? Do you need to have a friend, a buddy who's working out with you, help you be motivated to go to the gym or go for those walks or whatever it is that you need help with? Do you need a family member to say, hey, I'm not going to buy chips today. You're on a diet and you want to do this. Now, we hate when people tell us what to do, but maybe you need to structure that support. So how do you get the support? Where do you get it from? Understand what motivates you when you get that support, because you don't want an enemy who's trying to keep you from your chips. You want somebody who's going to say, hey, let's monitor and reduce the bad things that you eat and improve the good things that you eat by increasing that. If you haven't already, you could try fasting or timing out your meals or doing more meals but smaller. These things are recorded and documented, so you can go and research them. Now, some of these diets can be a little extreme, but you can do it in moderation. So you could try that out as an option. Check with your doctor, dietitian, how you want to do that, or do the research on your own. Again, these are options that you can look into. I'm not a doctor, so I can't say, hey, do this, but you could try things that might help you without really interfering with your overall health. It's worth looking into and seeing if it's something that might suit you. Stay hydrated. That's one I struggle with. For some reason, make sure you have enough water on a daily basis. It's something that I don't do, and I was mean to. So I get up in the morning and I have 2 glasses of water, no matter what. Some days I don't want to have 2 glasses of water, so I choke it down and away I go. And then I try and have regular intervals of water. But at the end of the day, sometimes I'm so thirsty, I'm like, I didn't drink any water. Now, where are you with that? Because it's something that is necessary to make sure you're monitoring your water intake. Stay hydrated. Be mindful of your eating. So this is one where I've been really trying to do this. I'm trying not to eat until I feel just a little bit hungry. I'm trying to get my body to fully use up what I've put into it before I start adding more, which is good for me in more than one way. Because if I get to the hungry point, that means I'm not overeating. But if I get just a little hungry, I'm probably not going to like slam down the next meal and overeat the next one. But I don't, if I get to the point where I'm just a little hungry, I can have a normal meal. But I know that I'm not putting in extra calories that I don't need. And for my blood sugars, it gives my body a chance to level out and hopefully keep my blood sugars lower by making sure I get to that point where I'm not just putting stuff into my body and making my body try and process it. So a couple benefits for me about mindful eating. Now we just talked about mindful eating, but mindful drinking. And we mentioned the Coke and empty calories earlier, but I used to have a Coke at every meal. Yeah, every meal. I drank a lot of Coke in the day. Incorporate more whole foods into your diet. So I'm having fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, trying to get away from all those processed meats and so on and so forth. I'm trying to eat healthier and give myself a better option with my diet. All right, stay positive. No, that's one of them, seriously. Now, when you're starting out, you're like all pumped up and ready to go. But after you've been doing the weight loss thing for a while, and for mine, it's like I'm doing 15 months. And I've hit a roadblock now. So is that going to take me 18 months? How do I stay motivated? Small gains for me. I'm excited about the fact that my step count is continually increasing. My weight's kind of plateaued a bit, but my step count is increasing. I'm positive because when I'm out walking, I have a much easier time walking. My hips and knees, ankles, everything seizes up. Every day I have to stretch out every day. But every day I can walk further and faster, and I can see that progress. And I know that my overall weight loss is going to improve because of my increased activity. Find little things to stay positive. Make yourself feel good about what you're doing. Don't make it so hard on yourself that it's always negative. And don't punish yourself if you miss a day or a week or whatever. Get back at it and just do it. Make it part of your life. And I kind of hinted on this one. Reevaluate your expectations. As you go along, your expectations may change. And you have to understand that this is a process. This isn't, I'm going to lose 160 pounds and it's going to be done by this date. Chunk. Done. No, a little sound effect. So what I want to do is I want to know that when I'm all done, at the end I've accomplished a goal. And it's not a race, it's not a rush. I just want to keep improving my health, keep reducing my weight, allowing myself to be more active. And these things are happening. So even the fact I've hit this wall with my weight, I know it's a long process. So maybe I do have to reevaluate and say, instead of 15 months, it's 18. Or maybe I have to change how I do things in my diet. Well, that's it, actually. Thanks for joining me. I hope you'll hit subscribe and like to follow along. It helps out my channel. And yeah, if you want to make comments, let me know how you're doing. If you have more information than what I've included here that maybe motivates you and you want to pass that on to anybody else, thanks for joining me. You have a great day.